G'day, guys. Welcome back to Steelers Nation Australia. And on the screen right now is a website called the 33rd Team. I'll be very honest, I don't know who these blokes are, who the website is. However, they've been creating some controversy in Steeler Nation. And at this point, after you know, the numerous sites, NFL sites, analysts always doubting our Steelers, we should be almost kind of used to this. But this one is crazy. So they're going through current NFL players headed for the Hall of Fame, right? Doesn't even say who wrote this article, but it happened a few days ago. I believe some guys on YouTube have already talked about it. I saw that Steelers Nation Radio talked about it in one of their segments. I think Deke News talked about it the other day too. So here's my 2 cents on the issue. So Canton Bound, current NFL players headed for the Hall of Fame. I believe you guys can see it. Yes, you can. So let's go down the list because they don't include TJ Watt, Cameron Heyward, or Patrick Peterson. Now, I know that Patrick Peterson is a new Steeler, but he still has a pretty good record in the NFL or, career in the NFL that should warrant him some time or a chance to go to the Hall of Fame, right? You scroll down, and of course, they name the big players, right? Hall of Fame locks. What's his name? Aaron Donald there. He could be in there. That could be a possibility. Julio Jones, he's unsigned at the moment, but he could be a possibility there. Travis Kelce, I think he'll go to the Hall of Fame. And then you go all the way down to like Patrick Mahomes, quarterback, the Chiefs. He's definitely, Mahomes right now is having a Hall of Fame career, 110%. What's he won? He's won 2 Super Bowls, been to 3 or something like that. So, and he says he's only getting better, right? So he's got multiple championships, multiple stats. All he does is win. Patrick Mahomes is a heck of a quarterback. So for sure, he'll be in the Hall of Fame, first ballot, no doubt. Zach Martin, offensive guard, Dallas Cowboys. So 8 Pro Bowls, right? He's up there. Von Miller on the edge. I think he's got a bit, he's regressed a little bit right now, but he's there. This one, I don't know what the overall hype is around Aaron Rodgers. So they think he's going to be a lock. Like he's dead set a lock. Okay, I kind of get it. He's had a good career, a lot of wins, a lot of stats, that kind of stuff. He's only won 1 Super Bowl though, but Aaron Rodgers looks like he's going to be a lock for the Hall of Fame. I'm not a big fan of him. I think he's overrated. I think he had some good years at the start, but I don't think he's going to do too much with the Jets, to be very honest. I reckon this year, and I could be wrong, but I reckon the Jets will miss the playoffs. I'll tell you that right now. So he's got 4 MVP awards alone, right? So he's a pretty big career. A lot of TDs, a lot of yards, all that kind of stuff. I guess he should be, should be a chance to make the Hall of Fame, right? But then you go down here and it's like Justin Tucker, Baltimore Ravens. If he's, this is where it gets kind of crazy to me. What about Chris Boswell? Does Chris Boswell have a chance? Chris Boswell's only, I think a 2% difference or a 3% difference in field goal conversion rate. So Justin Tucker, if he's getting in, there could be a chance that Chris Boswell might get in, depending how Chris Boswell's years go in the next 3 or 4 or 5 years. Bobby Wagner, linebacker. He's a brilliant linebacker. Trent Williams, offensive tackle, 49ers. Okay, I agree with that. Now it moves down. Have you noticed something yet? Have you guys noticed that they haven't mentioned TJ Watt or Cameron Heyward or Patrick Peterson, right? Derrick Henry, yeah, I think he's a might, to be honest. He still needs to have a few more good years, maybe some more playoff wins, maybe a Super Bowl. But I don't see them doing too much in Tennessee. I think Tennessee is a team that's kind of missed their window for any playoff hope or any playoff chance. I'm not really scared about Tennessee. Tyreek Hill, he's an amazing player too, but he still has a long career ahead of him. Lane Johnson, right tackle, Philadelphia. They made to the Super Bowl last year. Cameron Jordan, he's a pretty good guy. He's like, Cam Jordan's kind of like the guy for the Saints, right? So if you're putting Cam Jordan there, New Orleans Saints, he's kind of the same guy that Cameron Heyward is for the Steelers, right? The anchor, the overall leader. So if you're going to put Cam Jordan there, you should definitely put Cameron Heyward. I feel like whoever wrote this article is probably a Browns fan, maybe a Bengals fan, because they don't even mention TJ Watt. Like, where is TJ Watt? Jason Kelce, center, right? I think he's got 1 more year to go. I think he might have 1 more year to go with the Philadelphia Eagles. He's had quite a career. He could be up there. Quentin Nelson, playing some good reps over there with the Colts. Jason Peters, a lot of these big guys on the offensive line. Russell Wilson, I think to me, he's on the edge, man. He had a really bad year last year, right? A really, really bad year last year. So he's going to turn it around. Okay. Potential Hall of Famers, right? You're thinking, where is TJ Watt? Where is Cameron Heyward? Devontae Adams at Las Vegas. Yeah, sure. Joel, I can't pronounce his name. Bitonio. He's been a long time offensive guard there with the Browns. Okay, sure enough. Fletcher Cox, Philadelphia Eagles. Fair enough. Myles Garrett. Okay, hold up. Wait a minute. This is. Are we just not used to this by now? Myles Garrett. You're putting Myles Garrett over TJ Watt. Khalil Mack over TJ Watt, right? Cordell Patterson, I don't think he's going to make the Hall of Fame for what he's done, but that's just me. Jalen Ramsey, he's okay, but he still needs more outstanding seasons. We're going to come back to Myles Garrett. That's ridiculous. Matt Ryan, yeah, he can throw yards. He had, the early success, but right now, I don't know if I'm going to say he's a Hall of Fame quarterback, in my opinion. Big Ben is a Hall of Fame quarterback, right? Matthew Stafford, though, he has a Super Bowl ring, so that's kind of different, which gives you maybe the edge, but Matty Ryan couldn't get the job done. So all he has is yards down the field. He hasn't got a Super Bowl ring, whereas like Big Ben will walk into the Hall of Fame, in the next, 5 years or 4 years or so. He'll walk into the Hall of Fame. Easy. Suhi, I can never pronounce his name. I just never liked him as a player, man. And that's it. There's no more. See, it goes from Su or Sa to Stafford. I think Stafford's a maybe. I don't think Matt Ryan. I don't think he should make it. I think he's a good quarterback, but there's nothing outstanding about. You can never think, oh, do you remember when Matt Ryan did this? No. All you can remember is when Matt Ryan lost the Super Bowl when they were leading 28-3 and they lost. I don't think anything outstanding from my coverage of the NFL. But let's go up. Why are they going to? This is just a ridiculous list. You know what? Whoever wrote this list should throw it in the garbage, throw it in the trash. You're going to mention Myles Garrett, and you don't even mention TJ Watt, former Defensive Player of the Year. Now, TJ Watt got injured last year, right? And he was out like 9 games. Yeah, there's no names here. There is no names around TJ Watt or Cameron Heyward. Just don't get it. I have no idea. I am speechless. I just don't understand. So anyways, guys, this is what happens. During this time of year. It is power ranking, it is list, it is this guy, that guy can make the Hall of Fame. But you lose all kinds of credibility when you start to mention Myles Garrett, edge, Cleveland Browns, over TJ Watt and Cameron Heyward. Let me know, guys, in the comments below what you think. I think it's just crazy. I think the Steelers have been snubbed from the Hall of Fame discussion. I don't get it. There's not one mention of any Steeler in this article, which makes no sense. You call yourself the 33rd team, you almost should be just called left out because what you're saying is rubbish. Absolute rubbish. Even when I look at their overall depth chart right now, right, I believe Cameron Heyward could make the Hall of Fame. TJ Watt is a good chance to make the Hall of Fame. Actually, no, he's going to be a lock, man. TJ Watt's going to be a lock. And Heyward too, he can be a lock as well. Minka, if we have Minka for the next 5 years and he puts on a show, then Minka Fitzpatrick can make the Hall of Fame. Patrick Peterson ends with his career with us for 2 years. If we get a Super Bowl, he can be in the Hall of Fame. Who else do I have here on the defense, right? Possibly Alex Highsmith, depending if he stays with the Steelers long enough. He could put some numbers up, so he could be in the Hall of Fame. Now, Kenny Pickett is only his second year, but maybe it's way too soon. But Kenny Pickett plays the way he plays and wins games and gets yards in the field, could be a possibility. Najee Harris, if he continues to run and gets TDs, could be a possibility, right? There's a few blokes here like that. George Pickens, if he has a fantastic career with the Steelers, could be a big possibility to make the Hall of Fame. But this is years and years away. But to me right now, it is TJ Watt and Cameron Heyward that have been snubbed. And I'm like, that is insane. How do you not even mention the former NFL Defensive Player of the Year, TJ Watt, who got 22 and a half sacks. 22 and a half sacks, and he should have had 23 and a half because they gave that one away. That last sack on Lamar Jackson, they gave that away. He should have beaten Michael Strahan's record Also, two players here too, Cameron Heyward and TJ Watt, are chasing down Debo Harrison's sack record, which is like around 80 sacks. I believe Cameron Heyward is 2 away, and I think TJ Watt is around 4 or 5 away. So they're going to both break it this year. And not one mention of Cameron Heyward or not one mention of TJ Watt. Anyways, guys, hopefully you enjoy the rest of your day, rest of your night. And I'll see you guys later. What absolute disgrace. Still a snub from the Hall of Fame discussion yet again. They are snubbed, disrespected, whatever you want to talk about. They are just on the back foot. The media doesn't like us. The media can't stand the Steelers. They can't stand our success. They don't like us. We don't care. As Tomlin says, I'll see you guys later.